Hi, I'm Chris from Rewilding Us, and this morning we are out on a mushroom forage. I have an interesting video for you today. We're out looking for a variety of species of chanterelles, and the aim today is to try and find about half a dozen different species. We're looking for members of the Chnaterelles genus and the Chnaterelles genus. The chanterelles as a grouping are broken up into two different genuses, and one genus, the Chnaterelles genus, is mycorrhizal. That genus, all the species are mycorrhizal with a variety of different trees, and they like specific soils. And then the Chnaterelles genus is saprobic, so they feed on decaying matter, and they are also associated with certain trees. However, you can find them in a variety of different habitats. Some of them are quite rare in the Chnaterelles genus particularly, and in the Chnaterelles genus, and there's a few species on the red data list which we might see today. So we're going to take a walk into the woodlands and see what we can find. What have you got down there, girls?
This.
What mushroom's that one?
Yeah.
You found something? Oh wow, look at these girls. We have found our first species of chanterelle, and these are Chnaterelles cornucopioides, which are the black trumpets, or the French call them trumpet de la mort, trumpets of death. These are a choice edible and an excellent fungi to be looking for at this time of year. Usually you find them a little bit later on in the season, and this year we've had a particularly wet summer, so fungi are fruiting early in comparison to what we would usually consider in other years. And down here we've got some excellent specimens, and I'll flip the camera around and show you what they look like. You've found some beautiful trumpets down here. Well done, you two. We have some good news. The girls have found two more species of chanterelles, two of the species we were looking for this morning, right next to each other. So let's run through these two species down here. This one here is the ashen chanterelle, Chnaterelles cinereus, and it has, again, it's got no gills. All members of this genus, of both genuses, they don't have gills, so it's got a smooth outside, smooth stipe, hymenium rather than gills. Occasionally it can be slightly wrinkled. The cap is quite dark, and then the stipe is darker than the actual underside of the cap as well, and it's a dark grey colour. And right next to it we have the sinuous chanterelle, which these two are commonly confused with one another. The sinuous chanterelle is more of an ochre colour. It's more of like a light brown, slightly golden colour. And again, the same features. It's smooth underneath, sometimes with some slight wrinkled hymenium. And the cap, the top of the cap can be frilly. Once you can recognise the underside, the lack of gills and pores or spikes, then the chanterelle family as a genus are very easy to recognise. So some of these characteristics can really help you out in the field when you're trying to narrow down an ID, or to understand what levels of safety you would need to apply when you're IDing your fungi, because it's not always possible to get down to species level identification as a forager, not without DNA sequencing or without microscopy. So once you're in the chanterelle family of fungi, you know they're all edible. This is a really nice comparison of the sinuous chanterelle and the ashen chanterelle together. The one on the left is the sinuous chanterelle, and the one on the right is the ashen chanterelle. So just down here we've got some more chanterelles. These ones are absolutely huge. And there's another one over here. I can get down to it. This one's a beast. Here we've got 2 more chanterelles. These ones are massive. Now have a look at this one. These are the biggest chanterelles I've ever found. And these will be Chnaterelles sabarius. Bright yellow, bright orange on top. And it's a huge chanterelle. Chnaterelles sabarius grows really large. This is the most common chanterelle that we find here in the UK. Certainly the most popular one. Again, it's got more obvious hymenium on it, which are the current down the stipe. And Daisy, if you smell it for us, can you tell me if how it smells? And Hazel, does it smell fruity? Yes. Yep, and they smell fruity, which is what makes them so popular in cuisine. And down here we have got some very tiny examples of a rare species of chanterelle, Chnaterelles melanoxeros. And this chanterelle is commonly known as the blackening chanterelle. And as you can see, it's starting to blacken on the base. I've got a lovely basket of chanterelles and horn of plenty to take home and make a meal with. And the girls have both got another lovely basket themselves. What have you two got in your basket?
Amethyst deceivers, chanterelles, and black trumpet, I think.
Yeah, absolutely, black trumpet, chanterelles and amethyst deceivers. What a nice basket you've got. Look at all those lovely colours. Have you had a good forage this morning, you two?
Yeah.
Fantastic.